Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, this morning I'm out on my field. You can see Andre back there. He's flying one of his planes. And I'm out here with the CUDA 85X. Now, I've done a full review on this, and after I did that review, I had an awful lot of viewers write to me personally or post comments below and ask about the camera I was using up front. I showed it in the video. It is a RunCam, well, a naked RunCam up front, and it shoots at 1080p 60. And I had links to it below the video. It's very inexpensive. I thought it was phenomenal for the FPV hobby because it weighs next to nothing, and it does come with an ND filter. You just put a micro SD card in it, you record everything, and you know, it's really good. So a lot of people ask me about the RunCam Thumb Pro, which is in this box here. This is the Pro model, and the difference is, well, it's got a case around it, so it's not a naked camera. And the other thing, I'll just get out of the sun here, and the other thing is that it records all the way up to 4K 30 frames per second. So of course the question I was asked was, which one's better? You know, it's so subjective because it depends on your FPV flying, and it depends on how you're filming and everything else. So I thought the best way to show you which one is better for the price, because this one obviously costs more, is to just fly the CUDA 85X with the naked on it and then put the Pro on it afterwards, and then just show you the video from both and you decide which one is best. And I think Andre just landed a plane back there, because I heard there it is right back there. Heard some noise behind me. This is why I get off the runway in the mornings. All right, let's go fly this and I'll show you the video. Now, currently it's really early in the morning, but if you look behind me, lots of cars because school is starting back up. Oh, those poor kids. Anyways, one thing I forgot to mention is that both of these cameras require external power. There are no batteries inside. So if you are in the FPV drone hobby, you can either, you know, solder a wire coming off your PDB and have it coming out, or like on my CUDA 85X, it's already got the cable right here, and I just plug it in the back of the RunCam. And to start these, they're pretty simple. As soon as they have power, they both have a little red light that is in the front on this button over here, same as on this side, and you just press it and it starts recording, and you press it again and it stops recording. You do that on both and it's really good. And you don't have to take the micro SD cards out of these. They have a little unit on the side, a little USB out on the side on both, and for that you just plug it into your computer and you can suck all the files off the card. And these also record the gyro information, so that if you use something like Gyroflow, you can then get super smooth video footage. Whoa, the video has to go on hold because a problem occurred. You see, when I tried to make this video with the naked camera and the Pro camera on this drone flying around, my plan was to fly exactly the same path around my local school, except school is in session, so there's too many people around the school and I couldn't do it. So instead what I did is I flew this drone with this camera and this camera around all my buddies at the field and annoyed the heck out of them. So that video didn't turn out well because I did not fly the same path with both, so it's not a very fair comparison. However, I'll show you that video now, then come back to me and I'm gonna do a fair comparison, because I have set up this little thingy here on a piece of styrofoam. This camera points one direction, this points the same direction. Both are powered and I can put them side by side and walk around. So first, watch the video of me annoying everybody, then come back to me. There we go. You should see me in an image side by side. So I'm going to point over here. This is the naked RunCam Thumb, and I'll go back and then come back this way. This is the 4K Pro Thumb camera. So I've stuck them on a piece of styrofoam, as you can see with my hat cam here, piece of styrofoam. This camera is powered by the battery on the drone, so the drone powers this camera because these cameras need external power, and this camera is powered by this battery. As long as you put 5 volts right into the back, you can power them and you can stick these cameras on anything you want. Doesn't have to be a big battery like that. Like I said, 5 volts and a little bit less will run them. Okay, so let's pick up this piece of styrofoam, which has some nice flex in it, so maybe when I walk it might sort things out and not make it too bouncy. And let's see them side by side as I walk around. Okay, let's go around my backyard and see what it looks like. going by the bird feeder. There we go. Oh, I just scared a bird away. And come over this way, trees. How does that look? The thing you should be looking for with both of these cameras is their field of view. Now I have noticed sometimes the naked camera, you can see some of the outer camera lens in the image because it has a very wide field of view and it's a very small camera, so yeah, sometimes the world looks a little too curved. But if you stick the software, well, the video files that come in the naked into the Gyroflow software, you can fix that quite simply. Same is true with the RunCam Thumb. Sometimes if you tilt the camera, here I'll just point it this way, I'm going to tilt it, I'll show you what I mean. Does the world start to look curved as I go up and down, you know, like a GoPro camera does because of the lens? You can fix that. There's correction software in the Gyroflow software that you can use. Right now I'm just showing you the footage straight out of the camera. So if the footage is bouncing around right now because my hands are holding this up and there might be some wind or anything else shaking and causing the footage like this to look a little jaggedy or jerky or whatever, I'm going to put stabilization software on this right now. So they're both stabilized in Gyroflow, and now as I move it around, things should look better. As a matter of fact, the world should not look as tilted or curved as I move around. So let me show you. So I have stabilization software on. I'm going to go up and I'm going to go down. There we go. There should be no curvature. So looking around, this is how the cameras look. And if I walk forward, this is me walking and bouncing. Stabilization software may be on or not on. I will tell you on the screen if it's on. And there we go. Here's what the image looks like in the shade. My tree here is providing lots of shade. It's a pretty dull day today. It's super humid out. I am just sweating up a storm here as I'm outside. But yeah, there you go. That's what you have. So let's go this way. Coming around, there's my neighborhood here. Looking at all the houses and coming back over here. Now you heard me mention about this Gyroflow software. It's free software you can download off the internet, put it on your PC, your Mac or your PC, and then you stick the files from either camera, any camera on the planet really, into it and you can stabilize the footage. The only thing that software requires is gyro data. Both of these cameras record the gyro data in a gyro file. So you have to put that file along with the video file into the software, and then you can get smooth footage. Now, if you don't know how to use Gyroflow, I only learned how to use it maybe a couple of days ago. I don't really use it that much. So I know very little, but I'll show you what I know, which is enough to get you started. And then by the time you get started with it, you'll be smarter than me. So how about I show you how I use it, and you can build on that. So watch this now. This is the interface to the Gyroflow software. I'll put a link below this video to where you can find and download this software. The first thing you need to do is get the video file from your thumb camera and load it into the software. When it's loaded, you'll see it on screen. The next thing you have to do is fix the lens. So you want to go to the lens profile. Just type in the name of your camera. In this case, it's RunCam Thumb. Since this is the file from the naked RunCam Thumb, it records at 1080p 60 frames per second, so choose something like that. Next, you need to load that very important gyro data file, and it's located in the exact same location that your video file was located and has the exact same name except a different extension. The software is now going to sync the gyro data with the video data so you get a very smooth image. That's it, you're pretty much done. Now you can play with all the settings on the right hand side, and of course you see the top one says auto sync. That's already been done, but if you mess things up or you change parameters, hit auto sync again. Also, you know, you can play with the field of view and mess up the lens. There's so many things you can mess up and so many things you can make better. Just be careful with all the settings along the right hand side. And when you're ready to save your file, just hit the export button. It will save the file in the exact same location that the original video exists, but it will give it a different file name. One other thing to show you on the Pro is that you can pull off the little piece of lens in the front like this. See, I just twist it and it comes off. And then you can replace it with any type of filter, because they do include about 3 filters, I think. Let me show you the unboxing of this one here, what comes in the box, because when I received this one, it didn't come in a box, but this one came in a box with a bunch of cool things. Your tiny RunCam Thumb Pro comes in this box. Opening the box, you can see the camera is well protected for shipping. First thing you'll notice is how tiny it is. Second thing you'll notice is that it does not weigh very much. It does require power to operate, and it does come with a cable to plug into the back that you can connect to a power source to get it working. Opening the back reveals the location that you're going to place the micro SD card so you can record video. Other items in the box include an instruction manual. Mine came with a micro SD adapter card, and guess what? Inside that micro SD adapter was a 128 gig micro SD card. Other items include 3 ND filters, a USB data transfer cable, a mount for the RunCam Thumb to place it on FPV drones. Alright guys, hopefully this video gave you enough information about which camera you'd like to get. Remember, they're both powered externally, and it's so simple to attach any sort of power source to the back and run it from there, because they both come, at least I think they both come with the little wires on the back, and you just attach those 2 wires, red and black, to positive and negative on your battery or any power feed you have, and life is all good. And then you just push the little button in the front, start recording. If you want to change the settings, the cameras work by changing the settings, going from 4K to 1080p and all that other good stuff. It actually works with a QR code on your phone. You go to the RunCam app and you type in all the parameters you want for your camera, and then it produces a QR code, and you take that QR code and you stick it in front of your camera just like it's filming. It will then grab that information and change all the settings internally. It's so simple to use. You can do it in the field any place you want. So with all that said, I am putting links to both of these cameras below. Go check it out. There's probably a discount code. They're not very expensive. They are used in the hobby quite a bit, especially if you have a drone or you have some other RC item that you want to put a camera on. They're really good for it. So with all of that said, I say thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions on either of these cameras, post them below or check the links below. They'll tell you all the specs, everything you need to know. I'm sweating up a storm up here. I probably got dots all over my shirt because it's super humid out. So for now, I say thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Until then, bye.